All I knew was I needed to get to the toilet. I quickly raised my leg to climb out of the crib. When I did, my poop sort of jumped out of my butt. I did not want to poop in my wet diaper, but I could not stop it. I suddenly had a real major potty accident in my diaper. It felt like Timmy must have felt this morning when he could not get out of his crib and he had to poop in his diaper. No wonder he was crying. This is how he must have felt. I am a big boy that is potty trained. I just had my first poopy accident that I can remember. I stood in the crib feeling poop sagging into my wet diaper as it spread around in my wet diaper. I started whimpering as the smell spread up to my nose. Tears started rolling down my face. I could not stop more poop from coming out. It was a real accident. I had just poop in my pants like real baby. Now I know what Timmy went through this morning. He really did not want to put poop in his diaper. He wanted to be a big boy, put poop in the potty, not into his dry diaper. When I found him with the small mess, I thought he was not trying hard enough to hold it. I thought he need try harder. I am a big boy. I thought I could hold my poop forever. I know now what Timmy felt and why he was crying when I went to him this morning. I did try to console him, but I just went through the motions of getting him cleaned up. I thought to myself he might have poop on purpose or he did not try hard enough. That's why he sometimes doesn't make it to the potty. I knew I was trying as hard as I could not to poop in my diaper, but it happened anyway. I found myself standing in the crib crying through my pacifier, almost ready to bust out with a real cry. I know now what Timmy went through when he had his accident. I will have to be more thoughtful to him when he says he needs to go poop or he does not make it in time. I held to the top railing of the crib, looking around the room, whimpering, thinking now I had to climb over the top rail and not have poop smashed all over my butt big time. I know from cleaning my brother's messy butts up I was going to have a big job the way it feels moving around in my diaper. I stood for 10 minutes crying loudly like a real baby with tears rolling down my face. I wanted to tell Mommy I needed changed, that I didn't mean to do it. But Mommy was not here. I grabbed the pacifier that fell when I started crying loudly. It was hanging on its keeper. I started sucking it hard as I was trying to think of a way to get out of the crib without smashing my poop all over my butt. I got tired of standing and sat down, smashing the poop between my legs and up my back of my bottom. It felt like I had 10 pounds of poop in my wet diaper. After sitting in the crib for 10 minutes, I no longer smelled the poop very much and it felt sort of good. I could not believe how great poop felt as I started bouncing my bottom on the mattress a little. I knew I had to do the climb of the crib soon, but the poop felt warm and nice as it smashed around in my diaper. I started thinking I could stay here in Billy's crib until Mom came home. I know she would help me get out of the crib and change my wet and messy diaper for me. After that she would beat my butt until it was on fire. I carefully went to the corner of the crib and climbed over the top rail, trying not to smash the poop more than I had already smashed it. I carefully waddled to my bathroom, feeling the poop sagging in my diaper. My wet, messy diaper was sagging lower with every step I took. I stepped into the bathtub and pulled the tapes open to remove the messy, wet diaper. I found I had far less poop and pee in my diaper than Timmy's small messes were. I have never had poop in my pants, and just a little felt like a massive load. I thought I would need another shower to get a big mess cleaned up. To my surprise, it took just a couple of baby wipes and I was all clean. I knew I could do my diaper changes on the changing table from now on. I happily rolled up the wet and messy diaper with the 2 used baby wipes and took them proudly back to my brother's room and dropped them into the pail. I climbed onto the changing table, grabbed a diaper from the shelf and quickly powdered my crotch and tapped a clean dry diaper myself on, lying on the changing table. When I finished taping my diaper on, I lay there on the table thinking to myself that messing in a diaper was not as bad as I thought it would be. Messy diapers would be fun to do every day. I climbed off the table and grabbed the empty bottle from the crib and waddled to the kitchen, feeling my dry diaper bounce on my bottom. I quickly washed it out the bottle and refilled it. Then I got a hot dog and put it in the microwave and opened a can of soup. While the soup was in the microwave heating, I pulled the high chair next to the counter where my hot dog was sitting waiting on my soup. The microwave finished my soup and I placed the soup next to my hot dog. I climbed into the high chair, fastened the seat belt, pulled the tray in front of me. I reached over to the counter and put my food on the tray in front of me. I began to eat my lunch sitting in the high chair. This was cool. I did not need to get up and get anything because everything was in front of me.